We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome to The Freak Show. I'm your host, Bumpy McSquigums, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a first look at Synergy. It is by the folks over at Lechir, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that flawlessly, Studio, Goblinz Publishing, H2 Interactive, releasing into Steam Early Access on May 21st, 2024, which should be yesterday if my schedule and everything is still alive. So, this came my way. Goblinz Publishing sent it my way. They said, hey, check it out. You want to play? I was like, yes, let's do that thing. So a big shout out and a thank you to Goblinz Publishing and Keymailer for hooking me up with the code for this. It means a lot, and I'm grateful. Let's take a look. Let's see what this is. It's going to be an interesting art style. I'm very curious to see how this game plays. It looks like a colony sim management type situation, but with a completely different look and feel. So I'm very curious. So let us begin our adventure. I literally just accepted and downloaded the game, and I've not even looked much into it beyond that. So it looks like we've got the tutorial, the story, and the sandbox mode. I think we should probably do the tutorial just for argument's sake and learning sake. And that way, if you guys decide to pick up the game and you want to play it, I'll have already done the tutorial for you guys, and you guys can just play. Now, we may do another, I don't want to say first look, but it'll be a first look at like maybe a major update down the line. Because I feel like first looks on games like this seem maybe a little bit too little. And maybe limited run series is a little bit more appropriate, but for right now we're just going to do a first look, and then we'll readdress down the line. Maybe we'll do the tutorial now, get our bearings and everything else, and then down the line maybe we'll do a limited run series with the next like big update or something. That way we can see a bit more of the game. Anyway, the tutorial is essential for familiarizing yourself with the game's mechanics and ensuring you have a rewarding gaming experience and a good understanding of your objectives. Sweet, let's do it. The Origins. A group of exiles who were driven out of the dried-out oasis that had protected them until then needs to recover despite their meager resources. However, the climate challenges them at every turn, and the desert is full of strange and dangerous mysteries. Okay. Score is only saved if the objective is reached in 40 cycles or less. Okay. Quickly build a research center to unlock new possibilities. All right, research center. First thing we build. Go. No, I'm kidding. Okay. The end to wandering. For 2 generations, our community lived in an oasis protected from the hazards of the outside world. But, like everywhere else, we were driven out of our homes. All is not lost. After crossing a sea of sand, we reached the shores of some new lakes. No matter how toxic their water is, it will be pure bliss to us if we can treat it. True. Getting water. Your citizens need clean water to survive. To get it, you need to build a pontoon so your citizens can draw toxic water from a lake with special tanks. Toxic water must then be treated and purified in a purification basin to become clean water that your citizens can drink. That's a terrifying thought. It's like, hey, toxic water, let's purify it. Hope it worked. Oh, it didn't. Everybody died. Crap. Yeah. Or, all right, drink this. You good? Oh, I'll be still alive after 3 days. Okay, yeah, I guess we can all drink. It's rough. All collected resources must be stored. In the water tower, clean or toxic water. In the cellar, food and clean water, which are resources used by citizens to nourish themselves. In the small warehouse, all other resources. Citizens don't collect resources if they have nowhere to store them. Makes sense. Oh, and they're off. Oh, look how far out we can zoom. That's beautiful. Move the camera onto the hole of the water. I suppose it's over here. Let us build a pontoon, a purification basin, and a water tower. Is it? Oh, it's control. I figured it'd be B. Oh, you can move with WASD. I appreciate that and approve. Purification basin. These basins filter this basin filters sewage to clear it of its larger particles, destroying most pathogens by boiling the water. I guess we start with the pontoon. Okay, we build it on there. I guess we'll go there. Then we did the pontoon. Now we're going to do the water tower. Suppose we'll give you a little bit of a gap. And then purification basin. Which again, I feel like a small gap works. And we could even do 2 purification basins. Alright, we can speed up the cycle. Which is space to pause. Road positioning. Oh no, I don't want that. Oh, F2 and F1. F1 to slow down, 2 to speed up to 4x. All right, let's zoom in and get a little closer with our crew. All right, I will pause, actually. All right, we built the pontoon, the water tower, and the purification basin are on their way. We'll speed back up. Oh, we do have a percentage of how quickly they're being built. I'd say I like that. The water tower hath been constructed. And the purification basin is on its way. Okay, we have done it. Close this. Our purification structures won't work on their own. Let's assign citizens to the new positions. Assign 2 to the pontoon and 1 to the basin. Okay, that hath been done. We're waiting for one more person to head on down. Maybe. Oh, there they go. Alright. Success. We now own infrastructure to treat water, as well as a healthy and sustainable irrigation system. However, seasons, well, they come and go, hectic and harsh, and we risk a disaster if we don't collect enough supplies for immediate consumption. To keep our buildings running smoothly, we must store enough clean water to prepare for a drought. Getting clean water is essential for the city's survival and development. The scarcity of water means that the growing needs of the population needs to be balanced with the supply means and climatic conditions. Climatic. All right, sorry. It's all about climate, not other things. Certain climatic events, that's a hard word to say, such as the dry, I'm so used to, like, it's the climactic, I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh god, my brain started to melt. It's like, it's time for the battle or the story or the movie's climax. It's a climactic end, right? Climactic. This is climatic. It's fine. Hopefully I'll be able to say it. We'll see. Bad Bumpy is bad at talk. Me no, me dumb. It fine. Such as the dry season can be fatal for unprepared cities, as water supplies means that they are slowed down or even stopped. Fortunately, you can check out the upcoming weather conditions in the interface, which shows the weather forecast for the current and future cycles. The cycle is a period of 40 days. All this information is displayed near the speed controls. Okay. We're on day 9 of 40. Okay. Build 2 purification basins. Assign a citizen to the basin. Collect 20 clean water. Okay. I'm also going to build our path. Alright, something like that. Hopefully people will start moving. Missing resources, toxic water. I guess the pontoon is taking its sweet time. We should probably build a path all the way nearby, at least, to our city thing. There, now we have a path that leads everything to everything. Allegedly. Are you all not gathering? Oh, you are. Okay. Finally. Efficiency is 50%. We could add more people to this to get more out. When a resource for better or worse contaminated with ambient acids, you can draw it from nearby lakes and then treat it at our purification basins. Alright, so that guy is now doing that. It's unfortunate that our town is so far away. It does look like there's a diluvian bush, which is probably going to be enough to get some grub. We need 20 water to start producing water. Feels like we could maybe add a couple more citizens in here. Get them moving on stuff. How's the production coming? Pretty slow. Alright, let's speed things up a little bit. Alright. Got 15% left. He is now purifying the basin, which just kind of looks like he's stirring it with a large straw or a toothpick or something. It's probably fine. Alright, and 100% done. Sweet. And now we're waiting for some nasty water to be turned into non-nasty water. Alright, we will speed things up. How long does this whole process take? It takes 7 days to purify the water. Ooh. That is going to be a rough pill to swallow. Or not pill to swallow, I suppose. Okay, so I see the timer ticking there. Makes sense. Are you just going to drop it all off on that one now because it's a little bit closer? Okay, I see how it is. There will even give you the extra little bit of a road to get to it. What is this? Homeless. Oh, okay. Well, yes, obviously our citizens are going to be homeless. We haven't built any homes yet. Speaking of which, the oasis's inhabitants have slept for far too long under the stars. For too long. I like far too long. It's fine. With only an expanse of canvas to protect them from the extremes of the climate. We need to provide shelter in sustainable buildings. For that, we need materials, as well as warehouses to store them. Heaps of rock that can potentially meet our needs can be found all around the area. Let us use them wisely. Building requires resources, which can be obtained in various ways. The simplest method is to collect them directly from the map to get the necessary ingredients. The Rip Out action is available in the Fast Actions panel that allows you to collect resources and plants from the map. I like that it's called the Rip Out action. That's wonderful. Use this method to collect rock from rock amalgams. Start by finding and collecting rocky amalgams on the map. Also think about building a small warehouse to store these resources. Alright, we're going down to pause. Rocky amalgams. Alright, let's go to the rip out situation here. What am I looking at here? That is a bush. I'm not really seeing a lot of rocky amalgams. That might be one. Nope. Nope. Aha! Down here. Here's where we amalgamate. Alright. Amalgamate my children. Or things. Get some boreal rock. Okay, and we should build a small warehouse in which to store everything. Now, it feels like we should be putting the warehouse further away, but can we rotate? Wait, hold on. Nope. Pause. Don't do this. Can I destroy this? Yeah, I can destroy that. How? There's got to be a way to rotate, right? Shift rotates the building. Oh. But only rotates it 2 ways. I suppose that's fine. Alright, I think I'm going to put it here. Okay. I'm fine with that. Let the rocky amalgams amalgamate. Rockily. Not to be confused with broccoli. Or broccoli. Oh, it'd be like that, be it. Alright. Well, I think that we can do something akin to this. Just to kind of have a little bit of road and pathways and such going to the various different places. We definitely need to speed things up. We have ripped out all the stuff that we need, and we are currently building the warehouse, theoretically. We are. It's going to take a very long time. And in the interim, we are going to be collecting some water. We're going to go for no toxic water and all... Sorry, and all non-toxic water. I think what I'm going to do now... Oh, well, we're going to do whatever it tells us now. I think I'd like to build another water tower to store toxic water, just in case. So I think that's going to be the plan. But we're also going to do housing. Alright, citizens need a roof over the head to protect them against the rough weather and live in decent conditions. Your citizens will go to their homes regularly to nourish themselves, eat, drink, and sleep, which makes the positioning of houses quite strategic. When they nourish themselves, citizens consume food and clean water. These resources are directly drawn from a nearby cellar. This is why houses must be positioned within the range of a cellar. To nourish themselves, citizens also need cellars to get clean water and food. Sounds familiar. Therefore, all storage automatically requires 20 units of each accepted resource type so citizens can bring these in. Okay. In the storage interface, it is possible to change the number of required resources or even refuse a resource. This can help in determining where the resources are stored or prevent citizens from consuming certain foodstuffs. Since all resources must be carried by citizens from one structure to another, it is important to have enough citizens that are not assigned to any building and are therefore available as carriers. Sure, makes sense. Citizens naturally prioritize your direct orders and then the tasks they consider most important. However, you may make any order or building a priority. For instance, your citizens will give priority to a building to bringing and collecting resources from a building marked as a priority. Okay. That makes sense. Uh-oh. Okay, and we're back. The game did crash on me. Let's hope it doesn't do it again. Alright, looks like it didn't do it this time. Alright, onward we go. I built the other thing while I was waiting, so it's there now. Yeah, I don't know why the game crashed, but build a cellar and position houses within range of it. Alright, well that seems fine. Stone house, stone house, stone house. I don't know why there's 3 different ones. They all seem to be the same situation. Just different looks, I suppose. Alright, we shall build a cellar. I think I'm going to build it right here. And now we got to build some houses. I apparently cannot build houses that face a different direction than what I was initially intending or anticipating. That was weird. For a minute there, I was able to... I swear I had the back side of the house. Shift to turn the building over. It only goes 2 ways. Oh, I don't know that the buildings necessarily need to have a front-facing situation. Maybe. All right, let's build one different house. I'm going to build this house here and see if it works or if they need a path or whatever. I think that's fine. That's 4 total houses. Small warehouse, storage. Okay, sure, whatever. And then here, still building the cellar. All right, let's speed it up. And we'll get the houses done. We'll get the things done. I also took the extra people that were doing the water thing. I took them away from the water thing. We also have a water hole. It's possible to build a well there, which does sound like a wonderful thing. Our houses are being built. We need one more to be finished. It is being worked on as we speak. Alright, we want to have clean water. And some sort of food, probably. Alright, 3 houses are done. I think we built 4. It's fine. Life-saving curiosity. The food we brought with us is dwindling by the day, but picking the strange and prickly fruit growing in the area, not to mention eating it, is risky. Before anything else, we must eliminate any danger related to the exploitation of these plants. Although we do not have a lot of scientific knowledge, the oasis's old distiller is able to perform basic chemical experiments. Equipping it with a mobile working station, we could start our botanical studies. 4 adults and 0 kids join the city. Nice. Performing environmental analyses with the field laboratory enables you to discover the characteristics of nearby plants. Understanding the environment is the only way to get resources without causing your citizens to suffer or destroying the environment. The first analysis, the surface analysis, gives you the result of the rip-out action and of harvesting actions on plants. Surface analyses will only provide information on harvesting actions that are already unlocked. After unlocking a new harvesting action, you need to perform a new surface analysis. To be available to citizens, harvesting actions require a harvest building. When a harvesting action is performed on a plant, the later changes its growing state instead of being destroyed. This action is therefore more sustainable. That's fair. Harvesting versus ripping out. Makes sense. Also, since the action doesn't destroy the plant, the latter sticks to the harvesting order. Therefore, citizens will interact with the plant each time it reaches the appropriate state of growth. Makes sense. Okay, build 1 field laboratory, 1 picker's cabin. Field laboratory. Okay. I think our field laboratory will go right over here, probably. Oh, that's fine. Probably shouldn't have built it near the cellar because this is prime housing real estate. Let's move it. The field laboratory, I think I'm gonna put it over here, and then we can build our pathway. Something like that. Kind of makes sense. And then what else do we need to build? We need to build a picker's cabin. Okay. So, yeah, probably around that. Feels appropriate there. And then we have to collect 20 watery pods. There's also an infirmary and an assignment tower. Another pontoon extraction basin. It looks like these 3 things, or at least these 2 things, are constantly there. Okay, so this is done, and now what do we do here? Click this button to analyze surface analysis, medium fast. We need to get some people working in here. Do we know how long it's going to take? Press right to leave the following mode. Oh, like that. Okay. I see. All right, cool. So we had to research that. Then he comes back. He does some weird stuff. And it is theoretically done or almost done, or he's working on it. He's thinking of something up. Can't collect easily removable plant elements such as fruit. Receipt of analysis report. We collect their branches. The watery pods can be renewed if we pick them without killing them. Go very quickly so they can be trimmed regularly. Alright, so we need to go here and we need to collect the pods. Picking. I guess we'll get 2 people to do that. And theoretically they will do something. So instead of rip out, oh, you can rip out oh, interesting. Are we gonna see some sort of update to what's actually going on? Find out, I suppose. Hopefully the water stuff is going okay. The food and water situation are questionable. And our water tower, I think we can stop at the 180. And then we'll let the rest go to the cellar, theoretically. Have we picked anything yet? Oh, I have to select plants to collect. Wait, how do I do that? Oh, select some items. Ah, okay. Mistakes were made on my part. Got it. I'm like, something's not 100% here. Alright, we do have a few more. And yeah, they'll be roaming around the countryside a little bit here to get some of these things picked. But, in the grand scheme of things, we should be able to pick the water pods pretty quickly now. We be on our way. We got to get 5 more, which is probably just like one more picking spot. It's happening right here. Ta-da! Victory! Alright, resource refining. To obtain certain resources, a refining stage might be necessary. For example, tools crafted at the forge or dishes consumed by citizens prepared in the kitchen. Certain versatile production buildings can produce several resources. Production modules allow you to select the resource to produce and the way to produce it by choosing the recipe to use. This allows you to adapt the resources available in your environment. A building's production speed depends on its efficiency, which is mainly influenced by its number of active citizens. Recipes can be affected by bonuses or penalties that impact efficiency, cost, and resources, and yield. These may come from several sources. Bonuses unlocked through through research, bonuses due to proximity with other buildings, and bad weather penalties. Okay. Let's go here. Build a kitchen, build a forge. Build a kitchen, build a forge. Kitchen's big. I think I'm going to build the kitchen right here. Okay, and then we got to build the forge as well, which is here. I think I can just build the forge there. I could build it there too. That's not the worst thing in the world. You know, I think I'm going to build it there, and I think that's fine. Okay. Speed things up. Collect 40 simple dishes. Collect 10 tools. We also have the infirmary. Alright. The kitchen construction is done. We get people... How many people are available? Available 3 citizens. Hopefully we get some more people showing up. What's going on here? They're not at capacity yet. Pod stew. We gotta get some more vegetables. And water. Alright, so let's go back to... Where did I put it? The field laboratory. Let's do another surface analysis. Maybe it's something that might have pods in it. I mean, we can check the tree, I guess. Okay, well, we queued up some stuff there. We'll see how long that takes. The forge is ready to go, except we need branches. So, I think we have a lot of the water pods now. Let's go with the picker's cabin. Oh, and let's do this. Let's do trimming. I think we could probably get 2 picker's cabins to do this. And it would be fine. But for right now, this is what we're going to do. Speed analysis. Trunk and its bark. Okay, it's not really what we're looking for, but it's a thing. Doing surface analysis. What about this? Anything else? Anything else going on? These guys? Already looked at those trees. What about these things over here? Okay. We'll see how that all plays out. I think we're pretty much fine with it, but still. The cinder sprout. Trunks are too delicate to have many uses, but the bark can be collected and used as building material. Epidermis after some time, which makes it possible to sustain by picking. And cinder sprouts, bitter, ashy kernels, medical uses by trimming the shrub. Alright. Well, that is next up on our to-do list. Picker. Let's go ahead to trim the shrubbity dub-dubs. And honestly, we're probably going to have to break it off. We didn't even get through the entirety of the tutorial. So, obviously, there's quite a bit here. But, yeah, we're getting there. Things are kind of starting to make sense. We need to add a few more people to do this. We don't have enough branches right now either. Despite our best efforts and our massive picking abilities here. I think we're gonna get some more picking people here. Picking. Picker's cabin. And then we do another one over here. Okay. Let's see what the report says. Ripping out provokes its toxins to dry out. It's possible to extract seeds. And then trimming it makes them lose all their fluid and kills them. Oh, well, that's interesting. And then the giant fungus can be cut at the base to be collected as a whole. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to probably break it off here. It does look like we need some of these, some vegetables, some basic foodstuffs, which I can only assume maybe we'll get something out of it, like I don't know. We need the watery pods, and then I thought the chewy vegetables from the cinder sprouts were going to be what we needed, but it's starting to look like maybe that's not the case. It looks like we might need something else. Cinder sprouts. So we'll have to continue to do some research. We got the ashy kernels is what we got. What do we know about these? Yeah, the ashy kernels. Not exactly what we were looking for. Oh, what's happening over here? We just ran out of toxic water to throw in there. Okay. That makes sense. I did pull people out of here, so they're a little bit light. We have no available citizens, so things are going to get a little bit interesting until we get more and more people showing up. But like I said, I think that is a good stopping point for right now. As part of a first look video, I mean, I would have liked to have gotten all the way through the tutorial, but I don't know how much longer it's going to go, and well, time is of the essence at this point. However, you guys have a pretty good foothold in understanding of what's going on. There's quite a bit more to uncover and do, and of course finding that homeostasis, that perfect balance between harvesting things and trimming things and gathering resources and using your people for the various different things that they can be used for. There's a lot of stuff going on, but yeah, pretty cool so far. I like it. Like I said, this is a very different idea or concept that you don't often see. So like different art style, and we're in the desert, right? So not just a lush forest or wherever else that, you know, you're just like, oh, this is great. We have all the resources we could ever need or want. No, you have much more scarce resources. But we do now have a water supply area here. It looks like we'll be able to build a well over here. I don't know if that's going to be tainted water or not. We'll have to see. But a lot of cool stuff. There's some ruins to be had. So tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff to still do. Ooh, a whipping gourd. I bet these things are collectible. So, yeah. Anyway, more to come down the line. I will probably wait for another major update, or a big update or something along those lines. And once it happens, we'll kick off a bit more of an in-depth look. We'll go and we'll do like a limited run series where we play through essentially like an extended first look, multiple episodes, and we'll see what's there. Anyway, guys, gals, I wanted to whet your appetite in the dry sands that is Synergy. Hopefully you guys liked what you saw. If you did, actually like the video, that helps. Subscribe. If you want more information about the game, where to get the game, information on the developer, the publisher, any of that stuff, down below in the description of the video. There'll be various links, just like there always are. And until the very next first look, limited run series, video, or whatever else it is you find here at The Freak Show, I have been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by The Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.